today is one of those days that I show up for myself. I'm tired and exhausted and fatigued, and it makes me think about you who all have this kind of you always eat well, you're always doing your workouts. Every time that I ask as your coach, you give me that one. Yeah, everything is perfect. You are the excellent teacher's pet. So how come then that you never have any proof, you never take the photos you talk about, there is no comparison about who you were before, now and later, right? And when I ask about your nutrition journal, your tracking, you're not doing that anyway either. And here comes the fact that most people are gluttons on the weekends, staying strong during the day, and then at around 3 p.m. or so, you forget about it, you have a snack, and then everything goes downhill. How come you believe that if you tell yourself the same lie over and over that you're doing excellent and you are on your way, and you're never getting any proof for it, and you don't want to document it? Remember now, you don't take the photos, you don't take the circumference, you don't take the blood pressure machine, you do nothing of that because it's too tough, right? You don't want to have the pressure right now. No. You don't want to have some kind of police for yourself. You don't want to be aware. You don't want to be knowledgeable about what you're actually doing. You just want to waste your time trying. You're not even trying, right? So when you tell me, your coach, that you have first signed up thinking that's going to be the way to succeed, because you forget, I can only guide you and motivate you and push you and lead by example. I can't do the work for you. I can't choose for you to want to do the best out of your day today, right? So what happens then is I ask you and I check in with you, and that's when I realize you have no at all interest in being held accountable. You take every chance to kind of just pretend and hold a lie. You want me to forget about you, or you want the life to have another crisis, the world to go under, so you have a valid reason to not show up today. Today is not when you are your top priority. Something else always happens, right? Yeah, I know. So if you think about it, you don't want to train hard because that is tough. You get anxiety. Do you think it's always fun to go and train hard? And yeah, you got to train hard in order to get past where you are. So then another reality hits that you just want to do what you always done, which is not the recipe to evolve at all. 3, you want to have all the pains and aches in your body, so you have a reason to not train, and you can sit and you just be complaining. Meanwhile, I teach you how to do it, but you have to show up and do the work. And that's another problem. It takes effort. It's hard to do it. You gotta work it, and yeah, it is calorie burning, and then I guess you don't want to do that either, even though it helps you get that deficit. The problem with this nutrition resistance, that you don't want to track anything, is you don't even remember. If you don't remember what you ate today, how on earth are you going to have a new record where you are changing the environment for your body over and over with having a good journal, good diet, adherence? There's the same pattern over and over. You don't. So think about now how every day becomes kind of see what happens, see if I'm in the mood. And that's how you never get out of your own body composition, too fat, too weak, and too lethargic. So when you have a coach like me, and I know your human nature, and you think I'm some kind of princess for myself, you bet I'm delivering a tough love, tough, blunt workout motivation, stay strong motivation for myself like today. Because I know my BS if I want it. If I don't take the photos, I can always start the defeat later and have another refeed. If I don't take the comparison about strength or how many reps I'm doing with the weight, and if you think somehow I'm just exercising away and I'm training lighter. No, I'm training as hard and heavy as I can for my level. I might just be punier than you think. I show up and I'm not at all in the mood. I want to lay down, I want to be exhausted, I want to, right? I don't. Because what then is going to come out of me? What then is going to happen to my motivation, my drive? What happens with my goals? So if you are not interested to kind of wake up and thinking that you're not taking photos because you don't want to have pressure on yourself, well then you're not going to do anything. That's human nature. 2, if you're not willing to actually be aware of your nutrition, how the heck are you going to change that? Because that means you're going to keep on doing what you've always done. Why are you wasting my time as a coach and yourself talking like you are doing something right? What is that plan? Do you really want to feel that disappointment of, oh, I just forgot the whole year went by and I'm talking about the same 15 pounds I never lost, and I'm gonna be feeling mindful. So here's the thing, you bet a lot of people are just talkers, just like the people you know. You say they just talk so much, they don't actualize, they don't show up. No, exactly, no, neither does you, no, neither do you. Because you love to talk about being mindful and meditate and self-awareness, because it's easy on theory to be that. But if you were aware and you were mindful, you would say, wait, why am I wasting my time? I'm not present. I'm delaying my work to later, which never happens. That is the opposite to that. So you can play and pretend that you're doing all this wellness crap. You're not. You are sabotaging yourself by being a sissy for yourself and a weakling, and you make that choice. Then when you think that I'm too tough, that I'm like I should be nice, I'm just not that kind of person, because nothing comes out of being nice to myself that way. Tough love is the one that I need. I need to show myself that I still got it. It's not gonna be easy later. It's all for me this day only. I don't have the future for guarantee. Today is the last day that I'm gonna work. And if this is the last day, this is gonna be the best one. So I might not be your cup of tea, and that's good. If you're one of those people who want to be forgotten and hate that someone actually cares, I'm not your coach. So yeah, you bet I'm delivering to myself what I need, and that is to show up for myself. Nobody's gonna do it for me, and I can complain, and I can nag, and I can cry. Nothing's gonna change. So if you are not on purpose, not taking photos, not progress making, and you just wanna talk that you don't wanna have the pressure, that's because nothing will come out of no pressure at all. You have subconsciously, or maybe you're aware of it, chosen to just be a victim for yourself. And hell to the no, I wanna be that for myself. I'm a winner, so I gotta show it. I can't just talk. So yeah, I know, talk. No documentation, no photos, nothing, no nutrition journal that I can report, no comparison. You are just wasting your time, and you're wasting everyone's time, including yourself, and then you're gonna be bitter. So remember that, you're gonna be bitter if you let yourself off because you thought it was gonna be another life in the future where you're gonna be all that ideal. You are who you are. Make the best out of it. That's what I do.